We're in segment number 16, and we're going to play Super Jeopardy for the NES. Do a quarterfinals game first. Let's see how we do. Where are your manners?
Mikey's diarrhea ass.
Oh, sick. You're pretty sick, Chubbs.
I know you are, but what am I?
You're sick.
I'm pretty sick, huh, Chubbs?
Yes, you are. Here we go.
Let's play Jeopardy.
We're going to be dealing with these 6 categories today. Agriculture, Proverbs, Generals, Asia, N-words in quotation marks, and the Bible. Start with agriculture for 200.
For 200 points, the answer is...
In 1608, 2 Indians taught this southern explorer how to raise maize. Who is John Smith?
Correct.
Agriculture for 400.
For 100 points, the answer is...
Its Union stockyards opened in 1865 and it surpassed Cincinnati as the meatpacking capital. What is Chicago?
Correct.
Agriculture for 600.
For 600 points, the answer is...
Only this nation has more cropland than the U.S. What is Canada? Or no, what is the UK?
Incorrect.
No. Only this nation has more cropland than the U.S. Oh, the Soviet Union. Yeah, the USSR. Oh well. Agriculture 800.
For 800 points, the answer is...
Actor Stewart, or a guy who belongs to a fraternal order for farmers. A Granger. Oh yeah. Asia for 200.
For 200 points, the answer is...
These cats guarded Thailand's temples and palaces. What are Siamese cats? Asia for 400.
For 100 points, the answer is...
He founded the dynasty of Khan, men who ruled the Mongol Empire. Who is Genghis Khan?
Correct.
Asia 600.
For 600 points, the answer is...
Ornate carvings of this stone, the most valuable and dark green, are still done in China. Jade. Yep. Asia 800.
For 800 points, the answer is...
A wandering group originally from Asia. Their name is a shortened form of Egyptian. What are gypsies? Asia for 1,000.
For 1,000 points, the answer is...
The Afghanistan and Pakistan pass with separate roads for cars, trains, and camels. What is the Khyber Pass? And I'm in the lead.
For 1,000 points, the answer is...
Western Europe is only 3% of the world's farmland, but produces about 20% of this root vegetable. What are carrots? No. What are potatoes? There we go. Good thing I changed my answer. The Bible 200.
For 200 points, the answer is
The first 5 books of the Bible are attributed to him, who is Moses.
correct.
Bible 400.
For 100 points, the answer is
What Lot's wife became when she looked back on Sodom. What is a pillar of salt?
correct.
The Bible 600.
For 600 points, the answer is
This king pretended he wanted to worship the baby Jesus. Herod. Yep. Next clue. Proverbs 200.
for 200 points, the answer is
What soon happens to a fool and his money? What is they are parted? Let's take Proverbs 400.
for 100 points, the answer is it's the Daily Double.
A modern proverb says the opera is over till she sings. Who is the fat lady?
Correct.
Proverbs 600.
For 600 points, the answer is
Proverbially, silence is golden, but this is silver. What is bliss? No.
incorrect.
Frick. Speech is silver.
For 200 points, the answer is
Inwards 200. Baseball, billiards, cricket, and croquet games are divided into them. What are innings? Inwards 400.
for 100 points, the answer is
Prison people. What are inmates?
correct.
Inwards 600.
For 600 points, the answer is
Meaning something you can't do without. Indispensable. Inwards 800.
for 800 points, the answer is
Extreme economic expansion. Inflation, yep.
for 1,000 points, the answer is
What some do before they diet. What is indulge?
for 800 points, the answer is
Every hill has its valley, every tide has this. What is its ebb?
correct. For 1,000 points, the answer is
He stated this proverb, it is not good a sleeping hound to wake. Chaucer. Yep. Geoffrey Chaucer. The Bible 800.
For 800 points, the answer is
The number of people saved in Noah's Ark. Eight. Alright, generals 200.
for 200 points, the answer is
The last president who was a general, I'm going to say who was Eisenhower, Dwight Eisenhower. Generals 400.
for 100 points, the answer is
Before becoming an Israeli general, he lost his left eye fighting for the British. Moshe Dayan, yep.
for 600 points, the answer is
President Reagan made this 4-star General Secretary of State in 1981.
correct. For 800 points, the answer is
Wearing his familiar beret, he received greater acclamation than the king in the London in 1946 London Victory Parade. Bernard Montgomery.
correct. For 1,000 points, the answer is
From 1964 to 1968, he led our troops in Vietnam. William Westmoreland. Now the last clip.
for 1,000 points, the answer is
She said, "Whither thou goest, I will go. Thy people shall be my people, thy God my God." Ruth. Well, I am in the lead at the end of the Jeopardy round with 10,400 points. Karen 3,600, Wendy 3,200, Michael 2,800.
Let's play Double Jeopardy.
Here are the categories. Historians, EU, animals, Benjamin Franklin, herbs and spices, rock and roll, famous quotes.
For 500
Herbs and spices
the
500.
answer is
The sour cream companion. What are chives? Herbs and spices 1,000.
For 1,000 points, the answer is it's the Daily Double.
A restaurant garnish that nobody ever eats. What is parsley?
Correct.
Herbs and spices 1,500.
For 1,500 points, the answer is
Even if you can't cut it, it's good on hot dogs. What is mustard? Herbs and spices for 2,000.
for 2,000 points, the answer is
The other name for the Moluccas, derived from its prominent exports. What are the Spice Islands? Herbs and spices for 2,500.
for 2,500 points, the answer is
A man's name or the herb that Pliny felt must be sown with curses and ugly words. What is basil? Animals 500.
500 points. The answer is
The only food a koala will eat is leaves of this tree. What's a eucalyptus?
correct.
Animals for 1,000.
For 1,000 points, the answer is
Spider, howler, and marmoset are 3 types of these. What are monkeys? Animals for 1,500.
For 1,500 points, the answer is it's a daily double.
Of an oryx, an ibex, or an ibis, the one with only 2 legs. What is an ibis? Yep.
Correct.
Animals for 2,000.
For 2,000 points, the answer is
Because this wild dog is a scavenger, it is used as a street cleaner in some Asian and African cities. It's a jackal. Rock and roll 500.
for 500 points, the answer is
This word follows Righteous, Doobie, and Everly. What is brothers? Rock and roll for 1,000.
for 1,000 points, the answer is
He wrote Peter and Gordon's hit World Without Love with Paul McCartney. It's John Lennon. Oh, yeah.
for 500 points, the answer is
He was president of the first society to press for its abolition. What is slavery? Ben Franklin 1,000.
for 1,000 points, the answer is
Fish and guests stink in 3 days are among this almanac's wise words. What is Poor Richard's almanac? Ben Franklin for 15.
for 1,500 points, the answer is
Franklin established this state's first university and first hospital. What is New York? Oh no.
incorrect.
It's either Massachusetts or Philadelphia or Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania. I should have thought of that first. Oh well.
For 500 points, the answer is
According to Calvin Coolidge, the business of America is this. What is business?
for 1,000 points, the answer is
According to Noel Coward, these and Englishmen go out in the midday sun. Mad dogs.
for 500 points, the answer is
Oops, a warrior killed in Book 5 of his Iliad is alive again in Book 13. Who is Homer?
for 1,000 points, the answer is
He gave his personal history of America on PBS. Alistair Cook.
For 2,500 points, the answer is
Mark Twain described a poor town as having only one of these. What's a horse?
For 1,500 points, the answer is
There is no substitute for hard work, said this inventor. Who is Thomas Edison?
correct. For 2,000 points, the answer is
At his second inaugural, he said, I see 1/3 of a nation ill-housed, ill-clad, ill-nourished. Franklin Roosevelt.
for 1,500 points, the answer is
This Bill Haley classic has sold over 20 million singles. One is Rock Around the Clock.
for 2,000 points, the answer is
Rob Royer, David Gates, and James Griffin made a lot of dough in this 70s group, who are bred.
correct. For 2,500 points, the answer is
She liked to spend midnight at the Oasis. Maria Mildauer.
for 1,500 points, the answer is
His works include an essay on French civil wars and a study on Charles II, as well as Candide. Who's Voltaire?
for 2,000 points, the answer is
The 15-year-old pupil he married while teaching in 1913 became his collaborator. Will Durant. Benjamin Franklin for 2000.
2,000 points, the answer is
The Postal Service actually showed a profit when he held this position. What is Postmaster General?
for 2,500 points, the answer is
His spectacle invention that's a sight for sore eyes. What are bifocals?
Oops.
Where are your banners?
Mikey's butt.
Good answer.
for 2,500 points, the answer is
He often said how sweet it is. Oh, Jackie Gleason, yeah. Nobody's even close to me right now, so I know I'm going to the semifinals.
for 2,500 points, the answer is
The English historian who earned his title of Venerable while living in a monastery. Bede, yep. I have 73,600 points. category is U.S. government. I'm just going to do 400 points only. The highest ranking member of the president's cabinet held this office. I don't know, but it doesn't matter. Because I'm only losing 400 points. But I am going to the semifinals with 73,200 points. Not bad. So instead of stopping right here, we'll just go ahead and play the semifinals right after this game is over. We'll just keep recording. And it's Secretary of State. Alright. Let's see if Wendy came up with Secretary of State. Yes, she did. She goes up to 14,400. Did Michael come up with Secretary of State? Yes, he did. 19,600. Did Karen come up with Secretary of State? Yes, she did. 21,200. I wasn't able to come up with it, but I only lose 400 points. Taking me down to 73,200, but it doesn't matter. Because I'm going to the semifinals. Let's go ahead and play that match right now. Here we go.
Let's play Jeopardy.
And these are the categories we're going to be playing. They are Thanksgiving, Herbs and Spices, Shakespeare's Women, Lunch Counter Lingo, Music, Nursery Rhymes. Alright. Herbs and Spices for 200.
For 200 points, the answer is
The Sour Cream Companion. We just had this in Double Jeopardy in the quarterfinals game. What are chives?
correct.
Let's take Herbs and Spices for 400.
For 100 points, the answer is
A restaurant garnish that nobody ever eats. What is parsley? Herbs and Spices 600.
for 600 points, the answer is
Even if you can't cut it, it's good on hot dogs. What is mustard?
correct.
Herbs and Spices 800.
For 800 points, the answer is
The other name for the Moluccas are derived from its permanent exports. What are the Spice Islands? Herbs and Spices 1,000.
for 1,000 points, the answer is
A man's name or the herb that Pliny felt must be sown with curses and ugly words. What is basil? Up to 3,000 points, just like that. Let's have Lunch Counter Lingo 200.
points, the answer is
Java or Joe. What's coffee?
correct.
I'll take Lunch Counter Lingo for 400, please.
For 100 points, the answer is
A bun pup. What's a hot dog?
correct.
Lunch Counter Lingo for 600.
For 600 points, the answer is
A bowl of red. I will say what is ketchup. No. Darn. But at least I'm still in the lead. Chili con carne. Oh, right. Shakespeare's Women, 200.
for 200 points, the answer is
Shakespeare said even the sails of her barge were perfumed. Who is Cleopatra? Shakespeare's Women, 400.
For 100 points, the answer is
She said, a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. Who's Juliet?
correct.
Shakespeare's Women for 600.
For 600 points, the answer is
Four-letter nickname of the shrew to whom Patricio says, kiss me. Who's Kate?
correct.
Shakespeare's Women, 800, please.
For 800 points, the answer is
Sweets to the sweet. Farewell were Hamlet's mother's words at this woman's funeral. Who is Ophelia? Yep.
correct.
Shakespeare's Women, 1,000.
For 1,000 points, the answer is
Comedy partly based on a novel by Thomas Lodge entitled Rosalind. As You Like It. Yep. Music, 200.
for 200 points, the answer is
Style abbreviated as R&B. What's rhythm and blues? Music for 400.
for 400 points, the answer is
This composer's two-movement symphony is always performed in its unfinished state. Who is Beethoven?
incorrect.
Schubert. Music, 600.
For 600 points, the answer is
The human voice, the bagpipe, and the clarinet are part of this instrument family. What are the woodwinds?
incorrect.
Oh, reeds.
For 800 points, the answer is
In 1965, Petula Clark won a Grammy for this urban anthem. I'm going to say what is downtown.
for 1,000 points, the answer is it's a daily double.
Let's just do 1,000. The University of Rochester School of Music is named for this photography giant. I will say who was Kodak. No.
Incorrect.
I was going to go with Margaret Burke White originally. George Eastman, but it's okay. Just lose 1,000 points on that.
For 800 points, the answer is
Hold the Hail. No ice.
for 200 points, the answer is
Though it's been moved, it still revered as a pilgrim's landing spot. What is Plymouth Rock?
for 100 points, the answer is
Favorite movie munch introduced to the Pilgrims by the Indians. What is popcorn?
correct. For 600 points, the answer is
Though not a pilgrim, he organized their militia and was written up by Longfellow. Miles Standish.
For 800 points, the answer is
It was the first agreement for self-government ever in effect in America. The Mayflower Compact. Oh, okay. Alright.
correct.
Nursery rhymes, 200.
For 200 points, the answer is
Hurdler who was nimble and quick. Who is Jack?
for 400 points, the answer is
What little Tommy Tucker vocalizes for? What is his supper?
correct. For 600 points, the answer is
Her dog dies in the second verse, probably from malnutrition. Who is Mother Hubbard? Old Mother Hubbard.
correct.
Nursery rhymes, 800.
For 800 points, the answer is
They cost 1 a penny, 2 a penny. Hot cross buns. Oh, okay.
for 1,000 points, the answer is
In America, the Pilgrims met this Indian who had once lived in England. Squanto.
for 1,000 points, the answer is
Product reserved in bags for the master, the dame, and the little boy. Wool.
for 1,000 points, the answer is
Squeeze one. What's a lemon? No.
incorrect.
It's a close game. Orange juice. Oh, okay.
Let's play Double Jeopardy.
Democrats, sports, colors, weather, famous quotes, baseball. Alright. Sports for 500.
For 500 points, the answer is
The game where dribbling is offensive. What is basketball? The sport's 1,000.
for 1,000 points, the answer is
From the early practice of a pitcher facing west comes this baseball term for lefty. What is a southpaw?
correct.
Let's take baseball for 1,500, please.
For 1,500 points, the answer is
Football is an imaginary play in which neither team may cross until the ball is snapped. Line of scrimmage.
For 500 points, the answer is
Alexander Woolcott said, all the things I really like to do are illegal, immoral, illegal, or this. I don't know. I didn't mean to buzz in. Thought we had the famous quotes category that we had in the last game, but apparently that's not the case. Fattening. Oh, alright. These are some tough categories and tough clues that we're getting. Colors, 500.
For 500 points, the answer is
Color of a lucky letter day. What is red? Colors for 1,000.
For 1,000 points, the answer is
Johnny Cash is known for wearing this color on stage. What is black?
correct.
1,500 colors.
For 1,500 points, the answer is
Baby, sky, and steel are popular shades of this color. What is blue?
correct.
Colors for 1,500. For 2,000, I mean.
For 2,000 points, the answer is
Broadway's colorful nickname. The Great White Way. Oh, yeah.
for 2,500 points, the answer is
Donovan found this color mellow. What is yellow?
for 2,000 points, the answer is it's a daily double.
I'll just do 1,300. The world's fastest sport in which free fall speeds of 614 miles per hour have been recorded. I'll just say, what is tennis? No.
Incorrect.
That's alright. Still in the lead. Skydiving. Oh, okay.
For 2,500 points, the answer is
Some say this 1950s middleweight champ was pound for pound the best boxer ever. Sugar Ray Robinson. Alright. Next clue. Baseball 500.
for 500 points, the answer is
Most visited exhibit at Cooperstown Hall of Fame deals with the life of this player. Who is Hank Aaron? No.
incorrect.
I bet it's Babe Ruth. It's a neck and neck battle between Michael and I. Yeah.
Correct. For 500 points, the answer is
This term comes from a Greek kyklon, meaning the coil of a snake. What is a cyclone?
for 1,000 points, the answer is
Not Jack, but air condensing against a very cold surface causes this phenomenon. What is frost?
correct. For 1,500 points, the answer is
Ever since the 9th century Pope had them set on church steeples, these have been seen on weather vanes. Cocks. Weather 2000.
For 2,000 points, the answer is
A cloud whose base rests upon the ground. Fog. Oh yeah. Now it's getting even closer.
For 2,500 points, the answer is
This side of a mountain usually has clear and dry weather. The leeward side.
For 1,000 points, the answer is
Mae West said it's a great institution, but I'm not ready for an institution yet. Marriage. Oh yeah.
For 1,500 points, the answer is
Oh boy.
a double.
Ugh. Alright. 16th century Spanish novelist who coined the expression the haves and the have-nots. Cervantes, yep.
Correct.
Oh boy. Now I'm in last place.
For 2,000 points, the answer is
The dying words of Captain James Lawrence as the British boarded the Chesapeake in an 1813 sea battle. What was don't give up the ship? Famous quotes for 2,500.
For 2,500 points, the answer is
Thoreau said that most men lead lives of this. Quiet desperation.
for 1,000 points, the answer is
He played for the Chicago Cubs and Brooklyn Dodgers before becoming TV's Rifleman. Who's Chuck Connors?
for 1,500 points, the answer is
Boston and Pittsburgh played the first one in 1903. What's World Series?
correct. For 2,000 points, the answer is
When managers Tommy Lasorda and Dick Williams played for the Havana Sugar Kings, he was batting practice pitcher. Fidel Castro. Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Michael and Karen are tied for the lead and they trail by 900 points.
for 500 points, the answer is
Initials that come into Lyndon Johnson, his wife, and daughters. What are LBJ? Democrats for 1,000.
for 1,000 points, the answer is
Last name of the seminarian who became California's guru governor. Brown. Oh, yeah.
for 1,500 points, the answer is
Walter Mondale's five-letter nickname isn't Wally, but this. Fritz. Oh, yeah.
For 2,000 points, the answer is
Ex-Colorado senator who served as McGovern's campaign manager in 1972. Gary Hart. Yep.
for 2,500 points, the answer is
Hubert Humphrey's running mate in 1968. Edmund Muskie.
for 2,500 points, the answer is
The announcer who applied the word rhubarb from the name of a fictional cat to a disturbance on the field. My only hope is that Karen and Michael get Final Jeopardy wrong and I get it right. Here we go.
Let's play Final Jeopardy.
And the category is flags. Alright. The number of stars on the U.S. flag which served the longest. I'll just say what is 13. No, 48. Ah, frick. So we're going to end up getting $10,000 in the birthday bank. I'll go ahead and add that right now. I would have lost either way, so, I tried. So I'm going to walk away with $10,000. And I'll see you all for that next segment in just a little bit. We'll be right back.